You're listening to the Craig Proctor Real Estate Show. Each week, I'm going to be interviewing top realtors from coast to coast to give you a backstage pass on how they've created their amazing real estate empires and how you can copy them. Hi, this is Craig Proctor. You probably knew that. This is the Craig Proctor Real Estate Show. And today I'm going to be interviewing my superstar agent from Myrtle Beach, North Carolina, and works also in Eastern North Carolina. It's Miss Tina Schildt. Tina, welcome to the Craig Proctor Real Estate Show.
Thank you, Craig. It's good to see you.
Let's start off with, tell me a little bit about your business anyway, and then we'll talk about how you got started with Craig Proctor. And then we're going to talk about this amazing opportunity that real estate agents have if they're serious about wanting to make more money and work less. So give us a little description of you and your marketplace.
Okay. Our marketplace is pretty strong right now. It's still going good. We do a lot of, second homes investment because we are here on the coast. So we do get a lot of people from up north, Canadians looking to invest. We've even been getting quite a few from California who are now wanting to invest over this way versus over that way. We are staying strong even with the rising interest rates and things like that.
Now, are you born and raised in Myrtle Beach or did you move there?
I moved here when I was little. I was actually born in Florida, but I grew up right around here.
And how long have you been a real estate agent for?
For over 20 years.
Cool. And how did you meet me?
I actually came to one of your conferences right before COVID hit. So, James McDonald actually was at a luncheon that I was at and was talking about the one in Orlando. And so that's where I went next.
So what happened at that conference? Because that's sort of when realtors kind of really get what the Craig Proctor system is all about. What really stood out at that first conference you attended?
Well, a lot of it was making sense. And, I've been in business for a long time, but, all of us need to learn, that things are not the same as they were, 15 years ago. You've got to learn to step outside the box and figure out your advertising and, how people are looking at things these days versus what it used to be.
Correct. So it's all about marketing. We have to understand in real estate that we're marketers first. You see, when I got into real estate, here's what I thought, Tina. I thought, well, if I'm a really good, hardworking agent and I know my stuff and I really care about my clients, that should be enough. I should be successful. The problem is you can be a hardworking, ethical, really great realtor, but if not enough people know who you are, you're going to starve to death. So that's where marketing comes into play. We have to understand that we're marketers first. The analogy is we all probably have like a local restaurant that only the locals know, right? And the food's really good and the service is good. And you can't believe it when that local little hole in the wall restaurant goes out of business. It wasn't because of the food or the service. The food and service were great. It's because they had a marketing problem. Meanwhile, in your same town, there's other restaurants that have better marketing, but the food's not as good. The service is terrible and they stay in business. So this is what we teach realtors to do. We teach you how to set yourself apart from other real estate agents and make it very clear in your marketing to buyers and sellers why they should prefer to do business with you versus all other options. And of course, over the pandemic, Tina, in your marketplace and all over the country, we had hundreds of thousands of people get into real estate. They lost their jobs and they thought, well, real estate's pretty easy. Maybe I'll do that. Now that interest rates are going up and the economy is, shifted, we're seeing a reverse of that. We're seeing hundreds of thousands of agents getting out of the business. Now, you've got a very successful team. You've got so much business coming in because of your marketing and because of the company brand, the name of your company, that no single person could do all the business. So you have a team of agents, and you and I were talking about your team of agents before we got started. If you're watching this and you are in the Myrtle Beach area, or you're in Eastern North Carolina, these are the marketplaces that Tina serves. You want to listen up here because this is the best opportunity you're ever going to find in real estate. Check this out. If you were to partner up with Tina pays for all the marketing and advertising, not just to generate leads. She doesn't give you leads. She actually gives you listing appointments and buyer appointments, but it gets better than that. She spends hours of her week coaching you and training with you and working with you so that you're really effective when you're meeting with buyers and sellers on these listing presentations and you're meeting with buyers. Obviously, the more money you make, the more money Tina makes. So if you're interested in making more money in real estate and you live in the Myrtle Beach, Eastern North Carolina area, you should reach out and have a conversation. You're really going to be interested in our interview today. And by the way, what would be the best way, Tina, for agents in your area to connect with you?
They can either give me a call at 843-241-6386, or they're welcome to email me at tina@tmsrealestate.com.
Right. Or you could just Google Tina. She's everywhere. That's what good marketing is about. You should definitely be checking out her marketing. You'll definitely get some good ideas by following us. But you don't have to try to copy anything. You don't have to invent anything. In fact, everything that you want to do in real estate has already been done by Tina. She's doing it right now. So Tina, tell us a little bit about your brokerage and what sets you apart from the other agents in the marketplace.
Well, I mean, we are following your system, which is very good. It's all kind of like you just said, laid out for you. So it makes it simple. It makes the marketing a lot easier because I am definitely not a marketing guru. That's not one of my strong points. I'd rather just be out showing people and not worry about that part. But that, like you said, though, that is one of the stronger things that needs to be done. Because, like you said, we can all be very great at what we do, but if we're not marketing it, then nobody knows who we are. So that's trying to set yourself above the others that are here. And the only way to do that is making sure everything remains kind of, on the same page, that your marketing always says the same thing in a way, no matter what you're advertising.
What is your goal for this year? Where do you see your business going?
Well, right now we are up, thank goodness, compared to last year this time. So even with the rising interest rates, we've been doing extremely well. But I'm finding that, the more we're out there, the more, organic calls and stuff that we're getting. People are calling us instead of the other way around. Which is helping quite a bit. So I am looking to increase my sales force, and hire at least 3 or 4 more outside sales agents. And then at that time, I'll probably have to hire another ISA. But, I'd love to expand and grow because we do have quite a bit of people now where we're expanding into North Carolina as well as here.
So when did you get to the point where you couldn't really manage all the appointments yourself?
Well, that kind of happened about, I'd say probably 6 months after I had met you, just because things started ramping up a little bit faster than I could keep up with doing everything. Because for the longest time, I was a one-man or one-woman show. I did it all. So
how many, I'm trying to get to how many years were you a one-woman show, one-person solo agent? How many years did you do it that way?
Most of my career, actually, until I actually got in with you, because before that, I always kept saying, nope, I really don't want to hire anybody. I really don't want the liability.
So what would that be in years? Would that 10 years, 15 years?
Probably about 15, 16.
Okay. So I want everyone to get that. So Tina worked solo agent, worked hard, long hours. You thought that was the way to do that. You did that for 15 or 16 years. And then you started with me in around 2019. And within 6 months of meeting me and getting involved, you had an overflow of business and you realized that you as a solo agent, you couldn't handle all the business.
Correct.
Okay. So how many people are on your team right now?
We have 4.
4. Okay. And you're to the point now where even though you and your team are working as hard as they can, you've still got an overflow of business. You're looking to recruit more agents.
Correct.
Okay, so if I was an agent that was interested in teaming up with you, partnering up with you, what kind of things would you say to me to want to attract me as an agent to come and work with you versus all the other brokerages? Because every brokerage says, "Oh, we're going to give you, we're going to give you training. It's going to be great here." every brokerage is, wants to recruit agents. So you're up against everybody else. What is it that you say to agents that really gets them interested?
Well, one of the strong things is, not only do I help them and give them training, but they also get it from you and Todd and other people that they, unless they want to spend the money to go into your seminars and stuff, they're not going to get it. So it does give them, the advantage of that, that they can't get other places. They're also going to get more powerful things because people are calling us because, when you research things, we all know that people want to know that their home is going to get sold. Well, that also attracts the buyers as well. So it's, marketing to one to get the other, and that's what we do. And therefore, we're getting a lot more qualified calls because people are wanting what we stand for and that we're going to, our name is our promise, and we're going to back that up.
Tell them a little bit about your brokerage, the name of your brokerage, and these powerful guarantees.
It's Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty -TMS Real Estate. And ever since we've done that, before we were coming to your conferences and stuff, and I still had it as, TMS Property Management and Realty. And even though I was using the USPs, it was helping. But then when I really, bit the bullet and took over the franchise as well, that made an amazing difference. Because now that's standing out and it's more reachable when people are just typing in searches. So that alone helps. And then everything we do marketing wise revolves around that USP of, your home sold guaranteed.
I'm going to see if I can pull up one of my virtual background with the company name on it here. Okay, so this is the banner right now that Tina is flying. So the name of her company is Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And the reason we did this is because I think we'd all agree when people are looking to buy or sell real estate, the first thing they do is they go to Google. So the way it works when you're a real estate agent, you have to have, your name and your company name, okay, online. So when people Google you, you might be, it's going to show up, Joe Blow Century 21 or Susan Smith Remax or whatever. But when people Google real estate in Myrtle Beach and in Eastern North Carolina, when they Google, sell your home, get your home sold, what comes up is Tina's name, and the name of the company is Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. So the unique selling proposition, okay, and for those of you that aren't sure what a USP or unique selling proposition, it's kind of like the big reason that people would contact you, the benefit that you offer that nobody else offers. Well, what Tina offers is, see below where it says our name is our promise. If you are a seller, you can get a guaranteed offer. It would be an upfront offer in writing of what we're going to sell your home for. And if we sell your home at a higher price to an outside buyer, the home seller always gets the higher offer, whether it's the upfront written guarantee from Tina or a superior offer from an outside buyer. So you can imagine how attractive this is because most of the buyers and sellers are coming in online, like they're choosing their real estate agent online is really what's happening. They're doing a Google search, and imagine you Google, Myrtle Beach, sell my home, or how to buy a home in Myrtle Beach, and Tina comes up with her unique promise, with the benefit to the buyer and seller. So the name of her company actually has a benefit in it. Now, I know a lot of you are super loyal to your brokerage. I used to be with Remax for the entire time. I was the top agent in the world for Remax within 3 years of having my license. And, I had a lot of loyalty. And of course, every time I spent money, Tina, on advertising, and I spent over my career millions of dollars advertising Craig Proctor, but I also had to advertise the balloon. And so I was building equity, for Remax, I guess, advertising them. But you're advertising your brand here. You're creating equity in your own business. And if you agree with me, and you can let me know in the comments below, if you believe or agree with me that the way buyers and sellers are choosing their agent or their real estate company is they go to Google and they type in sell your home, Myrtle Beach, or homes for sale in Myrtle Beach. And Tina comes up. They see Tina with this big, powerful benefit, your home sold guaranteed realty. Our name is our promise, where this is not just a real estate agent making this promise that we'll get you a cash offer on your home, but the entire company is based around it. So it has a lot of credibility. This is why Tina is swamped right now. Like, she literally cannot go out on all the buyer and seller appointments. So what she's looking for is she's looking for good agents. Like, she's not going to take everybody. You have to have a good work ethic. You have to be coachable, because Tina's going to spend a lot of time with you. Okay. Not like these other brokerages that are like, oh yeah, you come over here and we're going to train you. And then you find out the training doesn't happen. I know every company pretty much says, oh, we're going to provide you coaching and training. Here's what they don't have is systems, and they don't have a license for intellectual property. This is what Tina pays for. She's using the Craig Proctor system as a brokerage, and she has an exclusive license for her and all of the agents on her team to use Craig Proctor exclusive marketing, including the guaranteed sale program. Now, I know there's others out there that copy this, but I originated this. And, just like you would probably rather have a real, authentic Rolex watch, you wouldn't want a fake Rolex watch. So the success with this is in the details. Now, this is what I've been coaching, and Todd Walters, who has worked with me now since 2004 on this. It's been 20 years that Todd and I have been working on this project. We have now 150 of these brokerages all over the United States and Canada. And I must say, Tina, had I done this 4 or 5 years ago, we would have thousands of them by now, but we will get there. But we're making these brokerages successful one at a time. So my focus here today is I want to introduce everyone to Tina. She been in real estate for like 15, 16 years before she met Craig Proctor. I want you to think about this. She made a good living as a real estate agent, but it kind of never changed. Every year was kind of the same, and she wanted to do better. And she was a solo agent. And like a solo agent, we work hard, we work our long hours and we're weekends. And Tina had a job. And Tina's like, you know what? I'm tired of having a job. I'd like to actually have a business. So I have, more money and more time and more freedom in my life. But also all of the people that work on Tina's team, that is true for them. Tina is providing a lot of benefits, not only to herself, but to all of the team members that work with her. Because when you team up with Tina, you will actually make more money. I promise you that, than whatever you're doing now. You'll make more money. If you're a good agent and you're coachable, you will make way more money if you partner up with Tina. You'll have way more free time. Think about this. You're not doing anything else. You're literally doing nothing else except for going to listing and buyer appointments. This is how ridiculous it is. When you join Tina's team, okay, so here's what you're not doing. You're not messing around with getting the keys cut, installing the lock boxes, taking pictures of the house, making feature sheets, all that paperwork that you mess around with. No, you're not doing that. Tina wants you doing one thing. Go to the next listing appointment. Use this listing appointment. I don't care what you've been taught in the past, what you like. Use this listing presentation. This is used by 30,000 agents. We've got this fine-tuned. This is how we do it here. So Tina spends all the time training you and coaching you. And what you find is, holy cow, this works. You get to decide when you want to work every day, right? So Tina would say to you, okay, so you set your schedule. Let us know this week if, you got to do something with your family on Tuesday evening. You just book yourself out Tuesday evening. But if you're available Wednesday, we're going to book you up on Wednesday with as many appointments. We want you to succeed with this. The more money that you make, the more money that Tina makes. And that's how this thing is designed. This is good not only for the broker owner, Tina, this is good for everyone. Now, let me tell you who else this is good for. It's good for all of the buyers and sellers in Myrtle Beach and Eastern North Carolina, because they're going to get a way better experience in real estate. And that's where this all has to work, right? I know there's a lot of companies that they say, oh, we're agent-centric. Well, guess what? We have to be customer-centric. Okay, our customers are the customers, right? Are the buyers and sellers. And that's why this company works, because we're offering sellers a upfront written guarantee. They'll never get stuck owning 2 homes. Okay. If you buy another house first, you don't get your house sold. Congratulations, you're owning 2 homes. If you sell your home first and you don't find your next home in time, you're homeless. We solve the problem in the industry. Now, this is not a new idea because in the automotive business, they've done this for years. They take cars in trade. Could you imagine that, Tina, if automotive dealerships, if they said to you, well, Tina, you got to figure out what to do with your old car. They wouldn't sell near as many cars, but auto dealerships do this. They say, drive your old car in, we'll take it in trade, and you can drive out with the new car. Why do you think there's so many iBuyer companies out there? Now, of course, the iBuyer companies are all kind of going away because the economy's shifted. But guess what? We've been around for 20 years. And this offer is much better than an iBuyer offer. Tina, these iBuyer offers, look at some of them are ridiculous. They're giving you pennies on the dollar, right? They're giving you 70 cents on the dollar. Let me repeat how this works again. We give home sellers, if you're in Myrtle Beach, you're in Eastern North Carolina, we give you an upfront written guarantee, a mutually agreed price. That's how the guaranteed works. It's a guarantee in writing on a price that's mutually agreed between Tina, the broker owner, the owner of your home sold guaranteed realty, and the homeowner. Now, if you're thinking, well, they're going to buy it and they're going to sell it for more money. No, there would be zero benefit for us to do this, because if we sell your home to an outside buyer for a higher price than we've guaranteed you, the home seller, always gets the highest price, not us. So there's no games. We have no incentive to want to buy the house. You want to know what we have an incentive to do? To sell it. Okay. And if we mess it up, it's on us. We got to buy this thing at the price we promised you. That's why it says our name is our promise. So how many companies have their big benefit is the name of their company in the real estate industry? The answer is 0. Only here at this place. Your home sold, guaranteed realty. So this is something big. I want you to look at your brokerage right now and say, well, what do they provide me? Do they provide me, like, is the company name actually a unique selling proposition? When people Google me, does the company name that's next to my name as a real estate agent, does even just the name of the company cause buyers and sellers to call me? No. This has been designed around marketing. Okay. Does your brokerage, do they give you a lead generation system? Mm-mm. Do they give you a conversion system? Mm-mm. Do they give you the listing presentations, the buyer presentations? Do they give you the coaching and training on how to recruit, hire, train, onboard? No. I'm not saying they shouldn't. They should. But that's the void in the industry that my company fills. We do it all for you. Tina doesn't have to figure out anything. Tina wants to sell real estate and manage your brokerage and do the parts that she's good at. So when Tina saw this opportunity, she's like, you know what? This sounds better than what I'm doing. I think I'm going to do this. Now, my job is to support Tina and her team, okay, and help her be as successful as possible. The team members are going to have a better life, and the buyers and sellers in Myrtle Beach and in Eastern North Carolina are going to have a way better experience in real estate versus just dealing with the average real estate agent. That's what this is all about. Tina, anything else you want to add that I have expand on, or anything that I missed?
No, I think you've done very well. And I think more people need to realize, like we said, that with having this USP as your name of your company, it means, it means everything. You're not out there supporting Keller Williams or Century 21 or Caldwell Banker, because like you said, even if you're still with them, they're great companies, not saying they're not, but you've got to have their logo up front. So it minimizes what you're trying to show people that you're all about.
Look, this is a touchy topic when you talk to people about their brokerage, because there is a lot of loyalty that agents have for their brand. Like I said, I was with RE/MAX for 20 years, but I really want you guys to think about this. Of course, your franchise or your brand, they spend a lot of time wanting you to be loyal to their brand. So, the Century 21 person is super loyal to Century 21. The KW person, super loyal to KW. But guys, outside of this feeling you have with loyalty, I want you to be objective about this. What is it that your brokerage is like really doing for you that's unique, that really helps you? That what are they doing for you that's different or better than other real estate brokerages? See, if I'm a RE/MAX agent, which I was for over 20 years, at the end of it, even though I was the number one RE/MAX agent on the planet, made more money, sold more houses, at the end of it, I had nothing to sell. What is your exit strategy? Okay, you're a KW agent, you're a Century 21 agent, whatever. You're going to work and work and work and do this for 5 years or 10 years. But what you're doing is you're building equity in you. Let's agree, right? Your biggest asset is your past clients, your sphere of influence. That's your equity, is your goodwill. But you can't sell your goodwill, right? If you're a KW or RE/MAX or whatever, in 10 years, when you want to retire, you don't have anything to sell, and you can't really sell your goodwill, right? Like if Tina was my client in 10 years, I couldn't sell my business to you. I couldn't call Tina up and say, well, Tina, I sold my business and I've sold you to John. Tina would be like, what are you talking about? You can't sell me. So this is why we have a lot of 80-year-old realtors running around. They're not doing this because they want to at 80 years old. They're doing this because they have to. You probably noticed the average age of a real estate agent keeps creeping up and up and up and up. Here's what we want for you. We want you to make enough money that you can retire from real estate. My most successful members make a lot of money so they don't have to keep doing this forever, right? So Tina's like, you know what? I've been doing this as a solo agent for 15 years. Now I can, first of all, the name of my company will make sense to buyers and sellers. It's not some random logo. The actual benefit that the client's going to derive is in the name of the company. So legally, as a real estate agent, every time I advertise me, the benefit is going to be next to me on Google, not RE/MAX or Century 21. It's going to be, Tina, your home sold guaranteed realty. Our name is our promise. What do you think is better, guys? A company that's designed, the name is designed based on the way that people actually buy and sell real estate online with a Google search. That makes a lot more sense, right? Now, what is it that buyers and sellers want? Let's talk about this guaranteed sale program, because that's another thing that people get emotional about. Because some real estate agents, here's their response to this. I don't like that. I think it's a bait and switch. Guys, I want you to think about this. As real estate agents, set your personal feeling about giving buyers and sellers a guarantee. Set that aside for 1 minute, because let's agree on this. This is what the clients want. That's why there's all these iBuyer companies. Why do you think there's Open Door? Why do you think there's OfferPad? Why do you think thousands of homes sell to these instant cash offer companies every single month? Because people want convenience. It's the same. I don't know. Here's another analogy. You want to get a Subway sub. In 5 minutes from where you live, there's a Subway. You could easily, get in your car and you could drive over to Subway. But how many of you don't do that? You go to your phone, you click on Uber Eats. Now, you're paying $20 for the $8 sub by the time it gets delivered, but we do it for convenience. How do people, they don't use a travel agent anymore, right? I don't need to use a stockbroker anymore. I don't need to go to a retail store. I can go to Amazon and have the stuff delivered tomorrow to my house. This is what people want. They want convenience. So with these iBuyer companies, we see that home sellers, some of them are taking 5 or 10 or 15 or 20% off the top for the convenience of getting the house sold, right? There's homeowners out there today that don't want to mess around with every time there's a showing. I've got to, collect my kids and my dog and go out in my car and sit around the corner, and then the showing doesn't happen, and the open houses and the Matterport tours and all the hoopla. This is a thing. Now, here's the difference with our company. We give them a good guarantee. Okay. We don't shave off a crazy price. We give them a decent guarantee, because remember, the price that we guarantee the home seller is a price they have to agree to upfront, or we don't go into the guarantee. So it's a upfront written guarantee. Now, to be fair, we don't want to buy their house. We want them to know we're motivated to get it sold. So the consequence, if we don't get their house sold within the predetermined time period, we actually have to buy it. We can't say to the seller at the end, oh, we were just kidding. No, we actually buy the home. Now, this gives the homeowner some luxuries, right? Now the homeowner, first of all, they don't have to stress about, oh my God, what if my house doesn't sell and I get stuck with two homes? When they see another house they like, they can make a cash offer that's not contingent on the sale of their home. I think you'll agree, a lot of homeowners out there today, they don't want to get an offer contingent on the sale of someone's house. A lot of homeowners won't even take that kind of offer. And if you're in competition, making a cash offer without these kind of conditions is going to make sure you win. So we put our client in a much stronger position as a home buyer when they know their house is guaranteed to sell because they've got an upfront written guarantee that they know exactly what they're going to sell for. And again, if we ever sell their home for more than our upfront guarantee, the client, the homeowner, always gets the higher price. Find me a better offer than that. Is this the kind of offer that your company offers? And maybe you've got something like this. Maybe you're hearing about this for the first time. Maybe you're starting to think, what does my company do for me? You know, Tina, I was talking to one of our members many years ago, and he opened a brokerage in Arizona. And he was an agent, always an agent. He'd never been a broker before. And he said, Craig, it's the craziest thing. He goes, when I opened my brokerage, in the beginning, I really had nothing spectacular to offer agents. And he goes, the crazy thing is they didn't really care. He goes, because I was competing with a lot of other brokerages here in my area that also offered really nothing to the agents. And he said, what I found surprising is that I could offer next to nothing to the agents and they would still come over to my brokerage because none of the other brokers in town offered anything. He goes, basically, the law says, in this country, the law says if you're a real estate agent, you have to hang your license with a brokerage. So I get a lot of agents here that he goes, this is what I discovered. He goes, I became successful because all I had to do with my brokerage was offer a little bit more than nothing because the other brokers were offering nothing. So anything I did above nothing was attracting me agents. Now, since then, he offers way more than nothing, right? But it was interesting mindset that he goes, I opened this up. I've never been a broker before. And what I realized is anything I do above nothing attracts agents because that's the competition out there. If you're listening to this right now, what's your broker doing for you? What are they doing for you? And a lot of agents flip-flop between brokers. Well, I'm not successful here. I'll go to another one. I'll go to another one. I'll go to another one. Are you looking for a logo or are you looking for an actual system? You can plug yourself into Tina's system. Tina's paid me a lot of money and she spent a lot of time learning this. You don't have to figure it out. You don't have to spend all the money and time that Tina spent figuring this out. All you got to do is give her a phone call. What could be wrong with that? Where's the downside? You could turn all this off. You could let your preconceived notions or thoughts about, this isn't right for me. Or why don't you do this? Why don't you be open-minded and just give Tina a call? Just contact her. She's not going to bite you. There's no downside here. Just say, hey, I watched this. I've heard about you. How would this work? If I was to partner up with you, how would this work for me? And you're going to be interested. And if you're not, no harm, right? It's just a phone call. But all good things start with communication. That's how Tina met me, right? Tina sold real estate 15, 16 years, solo agent. It's not like, I knew of a better way and I didn't do it. You just did what you knew. You did the best you could. You were a successful solo agent. But within 6 months of meeting with me, now you have a very successful team and now an entire company. You're building something big here in Myrtle Beach. Now, again, if you're not in Myrtle Beach, if you're not in Eastern North Carolina, so you're not in Tina's marketplace and you want to know how to do this, then you call me. And the way to contact me is you can book a call. If you go to proctorcall.com, proctorcall.com. So my name, proctorcall, no spaces.com. We'll drop that into the comments below. You'll go to my Acuity Day Timer, ask you a few questions. You can book a call. right? Or I'll give you my email address. How about that? My email address is easy. It's craig@craigproctor.com. Okay, craig@craigproctor.com. Shoot me an email. Say, hey, you know what? I'm interested in getting more information. Maybe you just want to be a solo agent. Maybe you want to grow a team, or maybe you want to start your own, your home sold guaranteed realty brokerage like Tina. Tina, final thoughts before we wrap this up.
I would just suggest that a lot of people give it a shot because, they will come to realize that, it's the outside the box thinking that your system allows and does, and it gives them a way to connect with their clients because in the end is, you still need that in-touch system with clients. Yes, they may Google somebody, and yes, they may do a lot of internet searches, but they still want that personal touch. And they want to know what you can do for them, not what they can do for you.
And the truth is, we can do a lot more for buyers and sellers than our competition, so we win. Hey, folks, I want to thank you for watching our interview here today. Again, we'll have Tina's information in the comments below. Tina serves Myrtle Beach and Eastern North Carolina. Okay, you can reach out to me at proctorcall.com. Okay, or you can go to my website, craigproctor.com, or you can email me at craig@craigproctor.com. Thank you so much for watching our session here today. I hope you found it extremely helpful, and we'll see you all next time. Tina, thanks again for doing this.
Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it.
Have a great day, everyone. Hi, this is Craig Proctor. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed that video. And listen, I've got a lot more information for you to help you grow your real estate business. You see, several times a week, I record new videos and I load them onto this YouTube channel. What I'd like you to do, if you'd like to access them, are two important things, and both are totally free. Number one is I'd like you to subscribe to this channel. You're going to see a little subscribe button for you to click on. And if you don't already have an account with YouTube, it's free for you to set it up. It's really easy, it's free, but you've got to subscribe to this channel. And the most important thing is to ring the little bell right next to the subscribe button. And that's going to let you know every time I load new money-making videos to help you grow your real estate business. So make sure you subscribe right now, you ring the little bell, and we'll see you on the next video.